Moon, the immortal navigator, is tasked with the role of revealing the intricacies of time and space to players in Genesis, the world's first time travel game. Her moonlight and dark side reveal the hidden mechanics of control, how the players behave, travel, and life are subtly guided by forces and powers unseen, yet ever present. Where she is cool in the light and warm in the shade, Moon is the passive, pressure, magnetic power. Her counterpart, Sun, is warm in the light and cool in the shade. Sun is the active, temperature, electric force, together providing transparency of harmony through extremes and opposites. To uncover these truths, the Moon embarks on a journey to interact with each immortal, peeling back the layers of their influence on navigation and progress in the game, and revealing the profound systems at play. The hidden powers of the masters, who are not the forgotten, begin with time itself, anchored in the calendar. Humans are taught that time is linear, a relentless forward march, when in truth it is a trinity: linear, cyclical, and event driven. Each mode of time is a distinct tool for control, shaping the way players perceive and interact with reality. A player knows how to add consciousness to physics, defining and experiencing a very different reality. Linear time is presented as the only reality, a timeline moving from past to present to future as Moon works with Mars. It creates the illusion of progress and urgency, compelling humans to follow predefined schedules. Control is exerted through deadlines, appointments, and milestones that bind humans to a system of productivity and expectation. The warning: linear time can trap one in a perpetual chase for future goals, neglecting the present moment. The lesson, however, is recognize linear time as a framework, not an ultimate truth. And beware, the masters use linear time to enforce compliance and suppress spontaneity. Novelty, serendipity, and spontaneity are the master's greatest horror, and indulgence their weakness, for they cannot possess or satisfy it, but the players can. Next is cyclical time, and this reflects the rhythms of nature, seasons, lunar phases, and lunatic portions, along with biological cycles. It governs repetition, habits, and traditions, ensuring continuity and stability. Pi, the perfect circle, is the math used to be fruitful, and phi is the perfect ratio in math used to multiply. Both are perpetual and forever. Control is maintained through rituals, festivals, and cultural norms as she works with Pluto to anchor individuals to the past. The warning: cyclical time can create inertia, trapping individuals in repetitive patterns. But the lesson: use cyclical time to find balance and harmony with nature. But beware, the masters exploit cyclical time to reinforce conformity and prevent change. Then there's event driven time, and this time focuses on significant moments and milestones: births, achievements, deaths, celebrations, and catastrophes as she works with Saturn. It emphasizes the importance of specific events over the flow of time. Control is achieved by orchestrating events to shape public perception, performance, and behavior. The warning, however, is event driven time can manipulate emotions and priorities, leading to reactive rather than intentional living. But the lesson is embrace event driven time as a tool for meaningful experiences. But beware, because the masters use events to distract and divert attention from deeper truths, especially when the truth starts to reveal itself. Pollution is a tool that takes time. Events can create opportunities to change directions in time. Ensure those directions meet your optimal future. The calendar serves as the cornerstone and center of the wheel of the master's mechanisms, dictating the rhythm of life. in the Master's direction, of course, while obscuring the eternal presence where all possibilities converge. Past experiences are fixed once recorded in the collective consciousness field, but they can be accessed, while the future remains mutable and constantly morphing, shaped by choices and influences made in the now. The further in the future you go, the more fluid and elements interact, obscuring unfolding reality. Time creates harmony by recording and filing the perspectives, experiences, actions, and interactions of all consciousness in every living kingdom within the ever present now. Similar to a collapsing field into a point of agreement representing all from the one. The moon reveals that to break free, one must understand and navigate all three modes of time with intention and awareness. As Moon travels to her destiny, she meets Uranus. He reveals the secret of the white signs and road markings. These represent offerings, lanes provided for movement and direction. The white backgrounds on signs are gifts of structure, guiding travelers with an explicit promise of safety. Yet, their contrasts with Saturn's black lines reminds travelers that control is ever present. The warning: do not mistake offering for freedom. They are boundaries in disguise. The lesson: true freedom exists in discerning the purpose behind the guidance. And beware, blindly following white signs can lead to a path dictated by others' intentions, not your own. Uranus's lesson is that the illusion of freedom often comes packaged with unseen boundaries. Then Moon meets Venus. And Venus shows the moon the green signs that offer a service, directions to places of health, rest, and simple transit. Street name signs in green with white letters reflect Venus's service-oriented nature, ensuring humans and the player's journey is efficient and seamless. The warning is: do not confuse convenience with freedom. It can lead to dependency. And the lesson: true service empowers, but it can also subtly enforce conformity. And beware relying too heavily on services because they can make you blind to alternative paths. Next, Moon meets Neptune, and Neptune unveils the blue signs that signify commerce, gas stations, rest stops, and dining establishments along highways. These signs subtly guide travelers toward the exchange of resources, ensuring the perpetuation of economic systems. The warning is: commerce can create endless desire, trapping you in a cycle of consumption. But the lesson is: recognize the difference between need and want. Commerce should serve, not drain. And beware, the masters use commerce to divert your focus from aimful purpose to materialism. Then the moon learns from Mercury about the orange construction signs and traffic cones. These signify change and maintenance, ensuring the system's longevity and ability to conform to new situations. The warning is: change orchestrated by others can mask true progress. The lesson: seek the purpose behind change. It should align with fulfilling growth, not just motion. And beware, rapid change can lead to instability if not anchored in intention. Then the moon meets Jupiter, and Jupiter's yellow signs indicate activity, school zones, pedestrians crossings, and wildlife warnings. These signs inspire alertness and action, but are framed by Saturn's black borders to enforce control. The warning is: constant activity can exhaust focus and dilute purpose. The lesson is: activity should energize and express, not overwhelm. And beware, masters exploit activity by creating a toll booth between every action to distract from deeper truths and reflection. Mars introduces to the moon the red signs of priority, stop signs, yield signs, and do not enter markers. These commands demand obedience above all else. The warning is: urgency can override reason, leading to blind compliance. The lesson, however, is: understand the difference between priority, offering, and control. Act consciously, keenly and ready for everything. Beware, masters use primal urgency and relativism to suppress deliberation and morality to enforce compliance. Pluto, brown signs point to cultural landmarks, museums, state parks, and historic sites. These guide humans and the players' perception of heritage, history, and identity, anchoring them to the past. The warning is cultural narratives can imprison the mind of reason and thought in a single perspective, jail the gut of feeling and emotion devoid of aspiration, motivation, and excitement, and the heart of will and desire locked up, unable to explore meaningful experiences. But the lesson is honor the past, but do not let it define your future. But beware, because masters use culture to anchor control through shared belief systems. Then Saturn's influence is revealed in the dark elements of signs, outlines, letters, and roads themselves. Black represents control, defining the boundaries within which movement occurs. The warning is boundaries can create stagnation if not questioned. And the lesson is control can direct, but it must not stifle exploration. And beware, because the masters use control to suppress creativity and enforce conformity. Then the sun and the moon encounter each other, highlighting the rare purple signs that signify sovereignty and distinction. These signs are often reserved for areas of great importance, symbolizing the sun's authority and sovereignty. The warning, though, is sovereignty can be mistaken for isolation if wielded without wisdom. And the lesson is true sovereignty is mastery of self, not dominion over others. But beware, masters exploit the desire for distinction to isolate and control individuals. Next, the moon meets star, and star's rainbow signs represent excellence and transcendence, encouraging travelers and players to aspire beyond the ordinary. These signs are very rare, reminding players of the brilliance they can achieve. The warning, however, is excellence pursued without balance can lead to arrogance and isolation. But the lesson, recognize interconnectedness. True excellence uplifts the collective. And beware, because the masters exploit the pursuit of greatness to create contention and competition and division between levels of achievement. Now, the sun meets shadow, and shadow's privacy unveils how unseen barriers and concealed spaces shape behavior and perception in unique and unpredictable ways. He reveals that privacy is a form of freedom while making the influence that manifests decisions so you can enjoy a personal experience without others' involvement or judgment. Shadow's lessons is that having a relationship with what is hidden, secret, and private, and why, can lead to profound insights about liberties and autonomy, as well as who controls the human, the player, the immortal, and, by extension, the masters. Then the moon meets the villain, and the villain's patina colored signs symbolize the necessity of restoration and renewal. These signs challenge humans and the player to evolve beyond confronting obstacles, challenges, and missions. However, there is a warning. Challenges can create despair, pain, and feeling of defeat if approached without resilience, faith, and robust action. The lesson is growth requires embracing both struggle and renewal. Take action to be the best version and player in the game. However, beware, because masters manipulate contention and challenge to foster dependence on external validation. Then the moon's role is a gift to the players, is the ability to make choices in harmony with their authentic self. By decoding the hidden influences of signs and symbols everywhere, travelers can reclaim their agency. Moon teaches that time and space are not prisons, but tools for exploration, if navigated with intention and awareness. Wake up. The moon also reveals a final profound truth. Ignorance is the most insidious form of control. It is the absence of awareness, where one lives without questioning the systems shaping their world. The Forgotten, the Archetype, beyond the Immortals, and even the Masters thrive on human ignorance, keeping the collective asleep to their potential. Ignorance feeds the cycle of compliance and blind obedience and ensures that control remains unchallenged, accepted, and in check by their own training. So the warning is ignorance blinds you to reality, allowing others to dictate your choices. But the lesson is awareness is the antidote. Seek truth even when it is uncomfortable. Allow yourself to change your mind. The hardest thing for a human to do. But once you change your mind, you become a player in the game. So you change your mind, you change your action. However, beware because ignorance is not passive. It actively consumes those who refuse to see, trapping them in a self imposed prison. So, as a player in Genesis, the world's first time travel game, your mission is to uncover the truth hidden in plain sight. Begin your quest by questioning the structures that guide your every move. Seek out the three modes of time, understand their control, and reclaim your sovereignty. Let Moon inspire you to act with transparency and clarity, unraveling the layers of influence to illuminate the path to freedom. Moon's reflections remind the player that humility in the gut, reverence in the mind, gratitude in the heart, and sincerity in the body require the balance of force and power with purpose. This is not just a game, it is a journey of transformation. Will you rise to the challenge, uncover the hidden truths, and shape your destiny? The choice is yours. The game has already begun. The moon's gift to the player is the ability to make choices in harmony with their authentic self. Time and space are not limitations, but tools for exploration if navigated with intention and awareness, ensuring that Genesis, the world's first time travel game, remains an illuminating journey for all who dare to play.